Are you ready to go this morning, Wes?
Yep.
Ready to go. Where are we going?
I don't know.
We're going to the reunion at Adams Chapel.
Over yonder.
Over yonder. Joy's in there. Joy! This is the Best Western at Hope, Arkansas. We'll get ready to leave for the Adams reunion at Chidester in this big van.
I'm a good picture organizer. If you want the picture, you just tell me.
He's not a white one.
I mean, the kids are letting me move.
He may be.
So apparently that 1918 is about.
Let me get out of
This is by letter, January 25th.
Hello. We're the Browns. My wife, her grandfather.
Oh, when did,
I'm trying to figure out where that picture is.
I don't know. I never saw this picture until a year ago.
That's when she was about 20, 19, 20.
And then I know that
She was married here. She's never been in the family. That's it.
he remarried again and had a bunch of kids. Right, that's good. But he
looks like Maxine Head. Maxine Vessel. It looks like she said it's not hers. She's not that old.
Yeah, Maxine, this picture taken. This picture taken way before Maxine.
He died in 1900.
This is taken in Canberra.
He had 5 kids. I'm over in Harlem. Started in 34.
I presume that was great. Yeah, great.
We had before the creek to get there. I remember terrified me. I
Don't go there.
And at least 2 or 3 of the children were born at that time, so that would have been around 35 or so.
I guess so. A young wife.
Just get her
You look so
backside.
nice.
Get her backside.
You look so
better than
nice.
me.
Toward the family. That's why I wondered that you lose track of
Do they have to?
Well, I need for you to talk to me a moment. Tell me about your sisters.
My sisters are doing fair.
Yeah.
They were not able to come today. They wish they could have been here. They said tell everybody hello and they loved them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, tell me your sisters' names again.
Lorraine
Lorraine.
Burgess and Mary Burgess.
And Lorraine's the poet.
Yes, she is.
Well, Amelia, how have you and Art been doing this year? Where'd Art go?
He's right here.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
We've been rolling pennies all year.
I've been unemployed for about 5 months, but I went back to work about a month ago, so things looking up.
We're still living, so
I
everything's
forgot
okay.
what you used to do.
I'm a machinist.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. And the company I worked for 32 years went out of business, so that leaves you high and dry, you know.
Yeah. Hey, Art, I like that beard.
You like it?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Well, my hair slid down to the side and my beard slid down to my chin.
And
No, it's not.
I'll come. And I'll tell more people next year because I know a lot of Woodells in line, our line.
Well, would you have guessed when you turned the corner that a civilized building like this was in the middle of this wilderness?
Never. In fact, I thought I was going to have to ford down the bottom of the hill there. And I knew there was life because I saw logging trucks. Goodness gracious.
Tell us your name again.
Bobby Woodell.
Bobby Woodell.
lived in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay.
And W.C. was my grandfather. Fred was my father. And it is a desolate. How did they do it back in 1906?
I know.
Everybody wanted to come see the Lord's place.
Have you asked Maurice yet whether there's any wood elves buried around here? Because we'll go to some cemeteries.
First, I got to find Maurice.
Oh, okay. I know who Maurice is. Maurice?
I said, my mom said, take a picture of Maurice. I said, what does she look like?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Maurice.
That's right. I found that name.
He's the patriarch of it.
I talked to him at length over there earlier, and yeah, I just didn't catch the name. Let me tell you, I've got some names here.
I know. Aren't you glad these name tags showed up?
Yes.
72. That's what we did.
I never seen him, but
He was a baby.
All four of these. Everyone?
Everyone.
Let me ask you a couple questions. Now, you're all first cousins, right? You're all first cousins.
Oh, I'm a first cousin.
And do you remember each other at all? Wes, do you remember?
Yeah, I would have recognized him. Yeah.
Wes, do you remember being with Lula Jewel and Margie?
He was too little.
I remember Lula Joe. Yeah, we visited when I was here. I was 13.
Yep.
And that was the last time I'd seen him until 2 or 3 years ago. And I had never met Margie until about 3 years ago.
how did you have?
I just don't remember.
I was in these 77.
And Lula Joe lives in
Chidester.
and Margie's from Bluff City,
Okay.
Arkansas, down the road here. Leslie from Kansas City.
Lula Jewel, have you lived your whole life here?
Is what?
Have you lived your whole life here?
Yeah.
Yeah, never
Most
left.
of it.
And she taught music.
I was in the first grade when we moved to Chidester.
Okay.
And where from there? Where did you move from?
Smacko.
Smacko.
You know, Dad was a carpenter, and so of course we went around, moved around to where his job was.
Oh,
So
I
then
did not know that.
When I was in the first grade, well, Mom and Daddy decided that they were going to get a place, and that Mama would stay, you know, with us and keep us in school, and then Daddy would go on where he had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lula Jewel is Aunt Mary's daughter. There were 5. Who was the oldest?
HB was.
No. Of the Neals.
Uncle Pat.
Okay, Daddy.
Yep.
Uncle Pat was the oldest, born in 1878.
Uncle Pat, and then I guess
Uncle Crow.
Uncle Crow, and then Uncle Duke, and then Mom.
Where did Uncle Mac fit in? Was he last?
Mac was the youngest.
And Uncle Mac was last.
Okay.
Yeah. And those are the 5. And we have Mary. We have Mary Foster here, who's Uncle Crow's granddaughter. So we need to get her over here. And then we have 4 of those children represented here.
Well, are some of Uncle Crow's kids coming home?
No, just we have Mary, who's his granddaughter.
Yeah.
But none of the kids are coming. Mary, walk this way. Word of mouth.
I feel like I've seen her.
Mary, House Foster, she is, I don't know, but I'll say Mary's daughter. Her father was a Wheelington, but she never even got that name. Mary House. So she represents Uncle Crow's family, Mary's family, Nina and Leslie's family, and then Margie, who was here earlier, is representing Uncle Duke's family.
Mary, where do you live?
I live in Shreveport, Louisiana.
All right.
2.5 hours from here.
Her husband, Tom. Tom, come come over just a minute. I keep branching out here.
You were the one that Marilyn then will come down.
This is Mary's husband,
When
Tom.
they came out.
It's Stepto
Yeah.
from Shreveport.
This is my
Aren't
husband.
they a good-looking couple?
They are beautiful. Very handsome
I've heard a
couple.
lot about you.
I know you have.
Everybody's heard of you, it's sure.
I have two girls
We
and
got
two
a
grandsons.
picture over here of the family laying on the table.
Thanks to you.
Take your guys' picture here.
Now, are you related in any way to Annie Mae? Okay. Let's get over here. So, Mama wants some pictures, you know.
Sure. Hey?
She's good. It's Dad that's not, you know. He makes the baby.
But I haven't made that connection yet.
I was gonna ask them, maybe
I've got some notes over there, some questions over there. When did they have
wish we had someone from Max from all five.
Except this year, and you did it. It'll be this year.
I wrote, well, you know what I did? I wrote along, well, Ken actually did it. And I tweaked it a little bit. I wrote a long letter of invitation to I know Margie, because they live right here.
Right.
But Uncle Crow's family, they were interested. Because we told the cemeteries we went to. I think you have to get to a certain age before you become interested. Yeah, even Wesley, they don't find their hands. It's busy now.
Yeah.
Amelia, tell us again. I don't mean to interrupt you two. Now, Bobby's family. Tell us. Bobby tried to tell me a while ago, but
Bobby's great,
So don't we look like each other?
Bobby's great-great-grandfather, William Ray Woodell, was a brother to my great-great-grandmother, Mary Ann Woodell Bird Adams. and also Alpha Jane Adams.
okay.
Alpha Jane Woodell Adams. Everybody knows Aunt Alfie.
Okay.
And that's the connection.
Tell us your family tree again, to the end.
Mine, Stepto, Thomas B. and Agnes Laney Beard. No, Thomas B. and Agnes Laney Beard.
Okay.
James Stepto and Mary Ann Woodell Bird.
Okay.
Okay, and her Stepto's second
This is Stepto's second wife, Mary.
wife,
Yes.
Mary,
Yeah.
and we belong to his first wife, who?
Selena.
Selena.
Yes.
So we're kind of half cousins.
Half cousins. Right.
And we do too.
Yes, of course.
I remember the name Stepto from
Do you?
but I have no idea.
Hey, he was a, I wish I could have met him. He was a character as
Yes,
far
I
as,
understand, because I think they refer to it as little Stepto.
And see, I'm a generation ahead of you.
Yes.
Because I only have Stepto and Jamima
Right.
and my father and me.
right.
I've heard the name sometimes by
I guess he was part of it. I guess he was.
I heard you talking a while ago about that your parents were old,
Yeah.
and therefore you feel like the next generation. See, that's
Did
me.
that happen?
There's 10 years between my brothers and me, and nobody wanted a kid in 1933, I'm sure. So, here I
See,
am.
my sister, I'm here, is 82. She's the oldest, I'm the youngest. My father was 67 when I was born. And my mom was 45, I think. There was quite a span. We said he must have really fallen for her. Because he was 40 years old before he got married. He must have really fallen when she was 16 years old.
So anyway, all I know is what I heard being drugged by my mother where we were, you know, and you know, it's surprised how many children saw it.
See, I didn't even know this clan was down here until I started telling me.
I didn't either until I started digging.
Oh, you
I'm
knew.
really
Sure glad you did.
I had to do some deep digging, you know, because you know what I started with.
I know it.
Nothing. Zero.
Nothing.
Zero. My grandmother's name. Just I knew their names. My mother's name. I knew her
But you didn't even know last name.
Yes,
You know,
yes, I
you
did.
had that little clue.
Yes, I did.
And the orphanages records.
I finally found those
Yeah.
in my search.
Well, you've really done a lot.
I've enjoyed every minute.
I know it. I know it's a disease.
It is.
I'm glad I got Mr. Bucket. My cousin in California really is.
The way Susan.
Well, you know, somebody,
Yeah.
I went in there one day and ain't many was cooking. The kitchen, the old road went this way and the house had a porch on it. He went right straight in the room and then right straight into the kitchen. And I can remember going in there and she said, son, you want some cooking? And she gave me a whole bunch of cooking. I was going over to play with Dad, just across the range. Used to have a trail from my house. Rolling
We're all
dirt.
getting a little older, you know, and
But then,
don't get it turned out like we'd like.
I can remember there used to be 2 trees there. Between them 2 trees was a well.
Okay, you're gonna have a family.
Large house somehow or another got a hold of an old Enfield World War I rifle, fist loaded, you know. And they got to fighting over who was going to shoot that rifle and throw it in that well. It's still in the ground.
Well, a lot of people
It's a little different.
We got it.
Well,
I've got that stuff.
Uncle Lars, you know, he was the one that was always gunning. Yeah. And he got that gun, he broke it away. They was trying to wash. Was that the way? I knew that. They were trying to wash. And he just messed with it, and they took it from him and threw it in the well. Well, I knew they had stuff called back in the cave. Yeah. Well, up here on top of the hill,
And they had
there's a walnut tree there. You've seen it, yeah. Well, within 10 feet of that walnut tree, there's a well and a barn.
also had
Fence around the cow horse lot.
the city of Greenville, Texas, had just taken it
And
all.
Stepto, wow.
They grew about
Back then, they had these big, wide wedding bands, wider than yours, big old
She
wide.
came back here and got married.
She was going over the lawn, and she reached down to get that hook into that rope, and that ring stayed on the well, still in the wall.
All tracked up.
Back then, they made
No man come back, he was married.
18 carats, you know, 18 carat ring. They didn't water them down like they got them now, 14 carats. Back then, they were just nearly pure gold.
They were, you know.
Boy, you gonna break that thing.
No. Oh, Marie. Tell us something about yourself.
Yeah, you gonna break that camera.
A lot of people just want bloodline.
I'm about to run out of battery, so you better talk
I
fast,
see,
Marie.
okay, I may have some batteries in the house, I don't know.
Okay, now who's your father, Marie?
My father was Anthony Bragg Adams.
Was he the preacher?
He was a preacher.
Okay.
And he had a brother, Oscar Adams, was a preacher.
What, the Baptist Church of Christ?
Baptist. Oscar was a convention Baptist, Daddy was a missionary Baptist.
Okay.
And of course, Uncle Sam was a Methodist preacher.
We started coming up.
And when they'd all get together, you ought to just hear the conversations going on, but they had time. They didn't get mad, but they just argued their points, you know.
Margaret Jamima.
Well,
See, I've heard preaching all my life, heard Bible talk all my life. Hey, little Joe! There's some of our kid folks.
And he had a
Bill?
Little Joe, you need to sit down.
He wasn't awful.
You remember me? Now, she comes in on the website.
The other side.
On the website, on the grandma's side.
Website.
Yeah. Creek side. You come in on the creek side. Yeah. Neighbor.
have a better Neal. I knew better than that. Look at well. I always remember you told me to go over and sit with you so I can learn to sing.
Oh, my goodness. I have lots of children.
But I never did do it. Never did learn.
I bet you did.
Well, Sam, how do you fit in the family?
Huh?
How do you fit with the Adamses?
Well, my mother was Adams.
Okay,
Sam Adams is his daughter.
Okay, so you were named after your grandpa. Okay. Well, Sam, I was telling Wesley you work with the lumber industry somewhere.
International paper.
Okay.
41 years.
But you plant trees, you don't cut them down.
That's right, I planted them.
Okay.
That's right.
You're one of the good guys. You lived here all your life?
Just about. I was born in Clay County, Rector, Arkansas.
Okay. And this your wife here?
No, this is my first cousin.
Your first cousin, okay. All right, what's your name, Miss?
My name is Sandra Savoy. I found out they are. Louisiana.
Okay, and this is your husband over here, isn't it?
That's my husband, Tim.
All right. So we met you, Tim. How do you spell your last name?
Savoit. It's French.
Okay, all right. Wonder what it means.
Just a good group of letters.
Well, if you're from Louisiana, you probably got a French name. A lot of French down there.
Yeah. Well, my dad was through that.
Okay. Talk about it.
My maiden name was Hebert. H-E-B-E-R-T. My father was from Louisiana.
Okay.
And I lived in this community when Etta married, Etta and Charlie married. That was my mother's sister for about 5-6 years.
Okay.
I went to church, I went to school in Chidester.
Okay.
From first grade to the 5th grade. I moved away and came back for about another year and a half.
All right. Well, you were around when the train went through and all that.
Right.
Train's not there
When the
anymore.
mercantile was very, very peaceful.
Sure. We'll take some pictures down there later. But now you two are cousins?
First cousins.
First cousins. All right.
And the gentleman right here,
Yes.
that's my brother. And this one. His name is Larry.
Hi, Larry.
He lives in Lake Charles, Louisiana, works at the post office.
Okay.
His wife is originally from Florida.
Okay.
They're both deaf.
Uh-huh.
They have 2 children and they're both hearing.
Okay.
And this is only her 4th trip to this part of Arkansas.
All right. It's only my 4th, too. Yeah. Well, now, we have, where's Ina? She has a boy in Lake Charles. What is your name?
I'm Lavon Holmes.
Okay.
I'm Lottie Holmes' daughter.
And where are you from?
Originally from here. Right now I'm from North Little Rock.
Okay.
And that's my daughter up there, Brenda. One of my daughters, Brenda.
Wave at us, Brenda.
Our last name is Hogue now, H-O-G-U-E. Hogue.
H-O-D?
H-O-G-U-E.
H-O-G-U-E. Yeah, oh, okay. It's hard to hear.
Jessica.
I need to go check out Charlotte. Okay, let me see if I can get in. That, who is that again? That's what color?
That's
That's what that is. It's got to be
Okay.
cut off.
Okay.
He was my great-grandmother and grandfather.
I better get over there. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Come over with me if you want. You're okay. No, this, tell us again who this is.
John and Alfie Adams.
Okay. That's one of Stepto's boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his son, Darnell, was my grandfather.
All right.
Darnell.
Okay.
And Darnell was a twin, but his twin died when he was born. And I got a set of twins to follow after him, but she's the only one living.
Okay. Okay. And now they're,
twins in the family.
and they are buried up at Adams, aren't they?
Yeah, Adams Chapel.
Yeah.
Adams Chapel.
Yeah. Okay.
I have the same picture, but mine's just
Yeah. Okay. Who are you?
I'm Macy Neal. I don't belong to any of them.
And you what?
Don't belong to any of them.
You don't belong to any. Oh, you belong to Wes, don't you? Okay. No comment? Okay. Margie, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're Margie Neal. Margie's looking at a picture. And Margie, where do you live? Bluff City. How long has the lake been up there? The White Oak? Is it
Well,
been?
it's on the Neal land, so that's
Oh, okay. 86? 60. Like,
You know, Daddy was planning, he was supposed to have
uh-huh.
or what do you call those things, when the boats come in, and then he had cancer
So is that on Neal land?
John and my land used to be her daddy.
I know you do, Margie. Here's Margie's writing. We'll keep Margie out of the picture, but we'll put on here what she said.
I'm going to stop making some arguments. I think
Do you know where Emma Ruth Good's sister is? She still lives. She was a great big heavy singer. Yeah.
Who is this Wes you're talking to?
Jesse Woodward.
Jesse Wood. And Jesse, you live at, what do you call it, Red Hill?
Chidester is the address. Yeah, I live at Red Hill.
Okay, which is just behind Chidester, isn't it?
That's where I started school at, Red Hill.
Red Hill.
All that's left there now is a cemetery and a church.
And you're related to the Neals, but not the Adams.
My mother was a Neal. Her father was John Neal, and his daddy was Robert Stewart, a brother to Samuel James.
Okay.
Samuel James.
That makes you about second cousins, you think? Second or
Well,
third?
Joy's daddy and my grandpa were first cousins.
Okay. Yeah.
So Joy and I'd be about a second cousin or something.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well, and you still in the lumber business? You still have a mill?
Well, I'm not. My son is.
Okay, he runs it. Okay. Good.
Not anything going on there where I live anymore, though.
Oh, it's not. All right.
We've still got the sheds. We still got some lift trucks. Sometimes unload, load lumber.
You've been lumbering forever?
My dad started in 1935 with a Ford tractor cutting cross country. So I know what it is to be poor. In fact, I still know what it is.
See, the Rose is...
Okay, Rose is Margie Neal Adams Knight's daughter.
Okay.
So your father
Adams' son.
And then you are my Uncle Jude's granddaughter. Did you ever know him? You were too young.
I barely knew my grandfather.
So Uncle Jude died of appendicitis, I believe, when he was 39 years old. Your grandfather.
My grandfather? My great-grandfather.
Great-grandfather? Okay.
Lawrence was my grandfather.
Okay.
No, wait. We're on the Neal side now, right?
Adams.
My grandfather on that side died, yeah.
Margie's father.
Margie's father.
Yeah.
Confusing because I got Adams here and I got Neal here. I got both families involved here.
You do?
Rose, you all,
Margie's sister's name is
Faye.
Faye. She lives in Texas.
She lives in Texas.
Okay, they look just alike to me. Picture I saw that little bit just Faye is energetic as Margie.
Faye is a little more reserved than my brother. And not as outgoing as my mother.
Margie probably did enough for both of them.
Probably.
And we need to see Margie's quilts after a while again. Are you creative like that?
I have no talent. My sister's got a lot of talent, and I just
hello, Mrs. Wood. You remember me at all? You're Jesse's wife.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
But
Now,
I don't make a good picture.
oh, yeah, you look great. But are
Looks
you?
just like him. You're going to name him, are you?
yeah. See what I put on there? That's what everybody calls
Oh,
me.
this is Rose. Is this your
This is my husband, Ken.
Okay.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, I hadn't met Ken yet.
Yeah. Hi, Ken.
Hi.
Everybody just calls him Eugene's boy.
But see, I don't know who Eugene is.
Did you and Dad are what, first or second cousin?
My dad and Eugene are first cousins.
Your dad and my dad.
Their mothers are sisters.
How about that?
Yeah.
Well, we're both related to Jess then.
His daddy's mother was the youngest of the family, and my grandmother was the oldest of the family. So that's the reason why his daddy and I are the same
How about that?
age.
Well, I'm sure Jess is like a third or fourth cousin somewhere.
Because Jess's mother and my mother are cousins.
Wow.
That makes Ken and I actually related.
Not really. Did you get the picture, Eugene?
Oh, yes, we did. Yes, we did. We're going to put that on Kodak paper. Yeah. He knows.
His daddy's sister, right?
Maggie Burroughs, or was a Burroughs.
Right.
Somebody. Foster. No, Foster. What he said. Anyway, I know who you're talking about.
He came home one time and bought Daddy's put it back in
Yeah.
They said $10 for that.
Now, Jess, tell how it is that my father and you are related, or me and you. Okay.
I've already told you that.
Okay, was it in the camera?
Yeah.
All right.
My mother and my grandfather and your daddy were first cousins.
First cousins, okay. All right.
It's scary. That family limb, you know.
I just know it's going to happen. I asked. She said, I'm not afraid to ask. I guess she
I can scan that.
Would you?
Mary, look at this.
I gave it to her. Oh, I've seen that one.
Yeah, Frank passed it around, I think.
Looks like you
Is this mine?
That's Grandpa.
Joy knows.
You
You may have
What's
already
that,
seen these, but that's my mother, a picture of my
Oh,
mother.
really?
And that's her mother and daddy. That's John Neal and his wife Cora Pickett Neal.
Oh, yeah. I think I have a picture similar to that. Then you let me copy.
And that's
that one.
Robert Stewart.
That's the one you have in the frame.
Right. That's a portrait, not a photograph.
Yeah. Jemima.
They're light and shiny.
Jemima.
And he put the money in the bank, and he ordered a trainload. Get rid of it.
Have you talked to my camera? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't want to talk.
You stay right in there.
I don't want to talk to you.
This is Susan Ketchum, and who's your father?
Sam Ketchum.
Okay, Sam, we've already got him on here. And Susan, what's in the oven?
What's in the oven?
Yeah.
I believe it's brisket.
Where are they?
I've got rolls in there.
Okay, Susan always brings these every year, don't you?
Yes,
Have you brought them every year?
every year.
Okay. They're always delicious. And Susan, you live not far from Adams Chapel.
That's right. About 6.5 miles.
Okay. Have you lived here all your life?
All my life.
Never want to leave.
No.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
Get Sam, he's better looking than I am. He done got mine. He's better looking.
Listen, Maurice,
Sam's better looking than I am, yeah.
last year you brought this old cane over.
Yeah, I still got it.
Tell us about that cane. I've got pictures of it.
Okay, that cane came from North Carolina mountain range. And it grows with a, kind of like an onion on the root of it. It's just a ball and then it shoots up. Kind of like a cornstalk. But it don't have any limbs on it. It just keeps growing. And the growth of it there creates a little nodule. Like a knot on the side of a tree, except it's a knot, all right. And this man, I'm going to turn this around and around. And you see if you can find anywhere a limb been cut off of it. There's none been cut off. It grew in the mountains of North Carolina. And of course you can see it grew straight up.
Let me see that end.
Now this is the head of it. The thumbnail got broke off somewhere or another. But that's the Bible the man's holding.
It's been carved in there.
Been carved in there, and that's the way it grew, just like that. Nothing been glued to it.
And all three had.
And this old man that used to be a drummer come through here once a year from South Carolina and North Carolina, going into Texas to sell clothes. And every year he'd stop at Grandpa John Adams' house to spend the night or two. And the last time he come, somewhere around 1880 or 90 somewhere, he told him that he's going to leave his walking stick with Grandpa John, and he says, the Lord's going to call 2 of your sons to preach. And you get the first one that's been called to preach the gospel. And all the kids in the yard, they just laugh and kid at each other, you know, who is it going to be. So the lot fell on my dad. My dad was called to preach. And so Grandpa gave Daddy this walking stick. You can count the knots on that thing. And you get a different answer every time you count it.
You get a different number.
There's a different number every time you count it.
Well, now, how old do you think the stick is?
I would say this stick's 150 years old.
Say again?
150 years old. At least that old.
So it's been in the family ever
Been
since.
in the families ever since about 1880. So that's what I know about it.
Okay.
Did he tell about North Carolina?
Yeah, I think.
He told about the Mississippi River crossing and all?
No. What do you know about the Adamses coming to this area? What do you know about Stepto coming to this area?
He came here in 1861. He had 4 kids with him. Mary Woodell and Grandma were Woodell. And they came in a wagon train. They was running away from the Civil War that was happening over there in the east. There was about 40 different wagon trains in that adventure. And when they came to the Mississippi River, the river was all over the bottom and they had to camp out for 2 weeks. So before they could get on that horse-drawn ferry across the Mississippi River. And they had just run out of groceries. So they finally got across the river over into Arkansas, and the neighbors sort of helped them out a little bit.